What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Ooh, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T. It's the Get Right Podcast, man. And we back. Never rolling solo, man. Got the homie with me. Rod, what's some 3 words?
What up, though?
Yes, sir. And the people that love to hate, hate to love. Formerly known as Mr. Misconception himself. DC, what's good?
It's your boy DC in the place to be, aka the Trigger Man. Shout out to my 80s babies. Let's go.
Man, we're gonna jump on right into it, bro. We're gonna get right into a triggering conversation that's been happening about a good week now. And we talked about this guy a lot. We said he's, Rod definitely, put that stamp on this man to be the next face of the NBA. It's not when, it's just not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I'm talking about Anthony Edwards, man, Ant-Man. And obviously there's a lot going on with that situation that you see over social media with his newborn child, where obviously he went to court, had his lawyer file the papers, say, yo, let me just pay you 18 years up front. Because you go do you, I'm gonna go do me. And here's $1+ million for you to go live your life. Obviously that was causing a lot of backlash because it's saying like, dang, you don't want to do the kid, you just kind of just paying your way out of the situation. You see on social media where recently a kid was going shoe shopping, he wanted the new AEs, and his mom was like, nah, you can't get those, he don't take care of his kids. So starting this hot button, over social media at least, just a conversation about Anthony Edwards, man, of was he right? Was he wrong? So, I mean, like I said, we can get into it, man. Like, this could be a triggering conversation for someone who's listening or not. But, what I'm saying? DC, I want to start with you, man. Like, how you feel about it? Do you think he's right by Anthony, making that decision, wrong, or indifferent?
Yo, in the words of the great poet 50 Cent, have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Write the check before the baby come. Who the hell cares? You know what I'm saying? Hey, do your thing. Do your thing, Ant. I say, shout out to Ant. You know what I mean? Here's my thought. Yes, there's a child in the mix, and it could be a lot worse. I mean, certainly there are girls who have grown up in a single parent household that did not have $1 million waiting on them. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that's spread out over 18 years. That's still like $5,000 a month, something like that. So, you getting that, and then on top of that, from my understanding, Ant was clear from the jump, like from all the way from day one, that he didn't want to be a father. And if I'm not mistaken, she extorted him out of $100,000 to get an abortion, because she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get an abortion." He sent her $100,000. She never got the abortion and had the baby. You know what I'm saying? So really, she got 1.1 M's out of this thing. Like, hey, and that's the game. They both kind of played it. As far as those people out there that's saying, "Oh, he should step up and be a man," woo, woo, woo. Listen, just like they say, my body, my choice. Hey, it's his choice, and especially when in this particular situation, he let it be known that, like, I am not here to be anybody's father right now. That is not the type of time I'm on. And you still, you know, did what you did. Hey, you get what you get. And she walks away with 1.1 M's. Could be worse.
Well, actually, the settlement, the loan sum was 1.8.
1.8 million?
Oh, yeah, 1.9 if that, she got that extra 100K.
Well, there you go. So almost 2 mil out the deal. Like, what are we talking about? But it might, maybe it might start a trend of men just like, you know what, I'm gonna just. Actually, it won't because that's just a
Yeah,
lot of money.
yeah. If I say you, you know,
Yeah.
you know, you know, close to us, sitting around with that kind of money.
Yeah.
We ain't in that room yet, but but that shit, man. But Ryan, what's your thoughts on that, bro? With all of this,
Indifferent. That's their business.
mm,
If she cool with it, that it is what it is. I ain't got no say so on how they treat it. You know what I mean? Like,
so
you know how I feel about taking care of your kids. So it's a
yeah.
sucker move. But if she cool with it, that it is what it is. I guess it'd be equivalent to adoption.
Mm.
But you just getting it adopted by the birth mother. You paid 2 mil to do it. But he got kids. He got other kids.
Yup, he
His
does.
main girl, you know what I mean? He's gonna take care of those kids. It just,
Yeah.
it ain't right
Mm.
that, bro, you went in raw, you bust in raw, and now you want to say, well, I ain't got no, you know what I mean? I ain't planning on being a father, bro. You know what you did to make the baby. So yeah, man, be a man.
So that's where I'm at with it, Rod, because the collateral damage is the child. That's the collateral damage, and so she's gonna grow up, like you said. Yeah, there's plenty of women. To your point, DC, that's gonna young lady that grow without a parent. But obviously, this is gonna travel with her everywhere she go, because people are gonna know that's Anthony Edwards' daughter, that was neglected. A person in, I guess, in that realm that was a bit famous that we all know is Jalen Rose. If you follow his story, his dad was in the NBA too and made it known he want nothing to do with Jalen Rose. So you grow up with those things, man, and people where you grew up with, who you're around, that's gonna get thrown in your face for the rest of her life, not just 18 years, the rest of her life. And so I kind of look at that to what Rob point. It's a bad deal if that's something the mom wanted to take. I mean, that's on her. But that I think that yeah, because we all seen that Netflix series, right? When with Ant, that starting five. A great series, right? He had, his daughter there, obviously a different woman. But to what Ross said, bro, you shooting the club up, bro. You shoot the club up, bro. Like, don't jump out the plane without a parachute. That's what I was told. Don't jump out the plane without a parachute.
Hmm.
And so he chose to make those things, man. And it's not just Ant, man. I don't know. I mean, it's so many men like that's living through that because this is not the only person. It's not to bash this young lady either. It's not the only person chose to have a child with a little baby. And so it's same situation, literally the same situation. Except little baby's like, all right, I was out here, I got it. I'm gonna take care of the kids, whatever the case may be. For Ant to be publicly like, that's, oof, bro. You
So
you
let me.
don't you don't you don't you don't raise your and then, as Rod who has boys. I mean, I have a daughter. I don't want a man treating my daughters like that. Pretty sure Rod's not gonna raise his young men to be older men like that too. So you kind of look at that too, man. That you tarnishing yourself. This could tarnish he gonna make millions in the NBA. He's a talent, but this could tarnish what how people view him in public because he's a public figure. You know what I'm saying? He didn't ask for it, but he did
So
because of
at
who he is.
what point do we hold the young lady accountable at all? I mean, she beat him out of 100K to get an abortion that she never got.
No, shady business, bro. Yeah,
You
like
know what I'm
shady business.
saying? So it's like no matter what she does, it's like, hey man, you just gotta. I don't know. That's tough. It's tough. I mean, I definitely see y'all's point of view.
Mhm.
It's just kind of tough. It's like, yo, no matter what, as the guy, you're just like,
I mean, but
it's
that's
on you.
that's the but that's the risk you take though. Like when you shooting the club up, you can't duck your responsibility just because you're irresponsible and try to pay your way out of it. I get you got the funds to do that, but as somebody, DC, I'm speaking to you as somebody that constantly brings up the statistics about the broken family, the broken black family. It's disheartening for sure. Again, I'm not judging them. That's their business. Um, I can call a spade and say it's a weak move to on both their behalves. You know what I mean? Like it was a trap for her probably, but as an NBA player that makes multi millions a year, people are trying to trap you. So because of your stupidity, you want to just kind of disown that child and be like, I don't want nothing to do with them. Like, I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't look at my kids and like, I don't know, it's a different type of love. Like, that's of my blood, you know what I mean? Like, my wife is my wife, yeah, but them my blood, you know what I mean? They like legit blood. I can't look at them and just be like, nah, I'm
Mm.
straight. I'm gonna give you this money, you take care of them. That's just not in my DNA, you know what I mean? And if it is in somebody's DNA, it is what it is. Again, it's not my responsibility or my place to judge them. That's between them and God. But I think, from just understanding how the impact of a father is, it's a sucker move in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like,
I
Now
feel
let me
you.
ask
you
you
just got
this.
laid
Let
up
me
to
let me
and let me just be clear. And I'm not saying the sucker move is not wanting to, you know, pay your child support or whatever up front, but to just strictly say, I don't want nothing to do with this human being that I helped create. I don't even want to know him. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to skate with him, kick it with him, nothing. I can't relate to that. You know what I mean?
now what if so we not now we understand what's in this man's DNA by everything you just said, right? Now what
Mm-hmm.
if he says, you know what, I'm gonna be a parent, but he actually ends up being a terrible parent, and they've been better off like him not even being around because he's such a bad person. You
But
know what I'm
to
saying?
to to your point of a
Mm.
previous pod when we talked about Krishan Rock and Blueface, I think your words was a broken family is better, or a messed up family is better than a broken family. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Man, you always bringing up
He
old shit, right?
yes, sir. He hit
You
you with
always
them
bringing
pie in
up
the face.
you always bringing up old shit, bro.
He's on
That
fire.
was
but
Ah.
you know what I mean?
damn.
It truly is disheartening though, because and it goes back to the, you just said it. I think Ryan Davis had a joke about it too, of my body, my
Body, my
choice.
choice. Yeah.
hmm
I understand abortion in certain, like, to me, nothing is truly black and white. I don't see the world in black and white. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
great.
Right.
Yeah, great.
There's a lot of gray areas where
Tons.
Yeah.
certain scenarios make sense. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say I'm pro or against abortion, because I truly believe there's certain circumstances that, it makes sense. You know what I mean? But then others, when it's like just lack of responsibility, that's like, I don't know, man. It's a little pushing it. But this is just lack of responsibility. You know what I mean? It just,
Yeah.
it like, we have to be better as black men. You know what I mean? And I don't like to see us be in that position, because it seems like it's too often that black men are in that position. And right or wrong, you know what I mean? Pick the wrong baby mama or not, whatever the case may be,
Right.
you can't punish the child because of the person you chose to lay with. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like she stole the sperm out of a syringe or something. Like, I'm sure you piped her down, shot it up, and was having fun shooting it up. You know what I mean? There's other alternatives. You knew you shot the club up. You couldn't get a plan B, bro. You know you shot the club up. You couldn't go out and be like, yo, here's that pill. There you go. Let me see
There
you
you go.
take it. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, you're not putting yourself in that position. So we'll see. We'll
I
see
want
how it all
that.
play out.
I'll put another layer with that too, right? Because like I said, he had a beautiful baby girl, right, on the Netflix series with the woman he's with. That child can grow up too, wondering like, man, I got a sister out here. Like, I never got a chance to meet her, know her. That's part of me. That's part of her too. To what Rod said, that's part of me too. That
Random. You
that that
know,
that, that I will walk. I would probably pass by in the street and never know. That's crazy, bro. Man, and it starts with like though. You know how you see it all the time, man. I know art imitates life, right? And I say that DC, we using all your lines today because you said that, right? Though you see those things in movies, these things happen because now the skeletons are being dug up, and it all started with like the grandparents and the parents, and now the kids got to live with this burden and this trauma, bro. Like that's bad business. That's why I think it's just bad business, bro. Like I think it probably will affect. It could. I don't know. it could affect his brand and all those things. I don't know, but I do. I mean, I do look at him a little different. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't. I do look at him a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, ugh. Literally, the other day we was talking with Donald was a guest on the show and a good homeboy, right? And me and him, and he's a huge sneakerhead fanatic. And I was talking to him about the AE ones, and he showed me the newest ones, and I was like, man, I was like, man, them ones kind of dope. But then I look over to my right and I see my little girl, and I'm like, my man over here kind of moved her to the side. You know what I'm saying? He's still stacking up. He's still this public figure. He's still stacking up. So that stuff's gonna be
Yeah,
there, bro. That is not.
I
That's a black
mean,
guy, bro, on you on your shit, bro.
public opinion only matters if you don't win.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
That's
true
what it
too.
comes down to.
Everybody loves winners.
Jordan, not the greatest individual on earth.
Right.
Big facts. We know that.
Come
And
on.
that stuff's coming up.
So,
Yeah, that stuff's
so
coming out. Yeah.
winning changes everything, man. And right
Facts.
or
Hmm.
wrong, it's the reality of how life is.
Hmm. But
Everybody hated
you're
Kobe
right.
for a season until he won some championships again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when he
You,
read it out
man,
Shaq
you
for no
preaching.
reason.
You preaching, bro.
Hmm
You preaching. Preaching.
the,
Because that's where, yeah,
so
and like I said, we in that moment. I think everybody is, wherever, however you feel, like it was right, wrong, or indifferent, right? We're all in this moment right now. And so we'll see, right? Because if other things do start begin to happen that is not in his favor, oh yeah, this thing gonna be
Yeah.
like
I
this
just
shit gonna be
I think that,
crazy.
whenever we're talking about accountability, it's just I think it's important to have the conversation that there's two sides to the fence. I mean, because
for sure.
I don't-
Yeah,
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 because
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I agree. I mean, it's kind of tough to to turn your back on your child, knowing you have a child.
Hmm
That's a tough one. But at the same time, it's like God, dog, like she clearly trapped this man, and
hmm
you
Mm.
know,
But you didn't read the
it's,
tea leaves before the other guy that's before you, that's known. Like you didn't
man.
see that either. I'm just saying, right?
But that's the thing. That's a lesson that will never be learned. I mean,
Nope,
this is
it's not.
something that will
Yeah.
always.
It's not.
This is as old as time itself. You know what I'm saying? So like this whole, oh man, look at you don't study the OGs. Nobody studies the OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Like, let's keep it real. Like, nah, man, we out here, we young, we outside, we doing what we do. Some people get caught up, some people don't. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody was this close to having a toxic ass BM at some point. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, did it hit the mark or not?
Mm.
Everybody got a story. Look, you ain't gotta follow me up though. You ain't gotta follow me up. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, that you.
That's all
It's crazy
hypothetical.
you say
All
that.
that's
No, man,
hypothetical
because it does
and
happen,
alleged.
right? Because to keep it in that sports realm with this kind of issue, y'all know Draya Michelle. She was on Love and Hip Hop, all those things, man. Like she's in a legal thing because she's getting evicted by Tyrod Taylor, quarterback for the Jets, and they were dating, never been married. They made a verbal agreement like, yo, you can stay here while I'm on the East Coast doing this thing. But he just decided, nah, I'm gonna probably he looking for work, so he's probably gonna end up getting a job somewhere else on the West Coast. So he's like, yo, you gotta go. Had sheriffs come to the house, all of that.
Well, she got a new baby daddy. Go live with him.
Jalen Green for the Houston Rockets. And everyone said
Hmm
that. But Jalen was like, I don't know what situation that is. His team and camp won't put a statement out. So that kind of tells you like I'm taking care of the kid, but I'm in Houston doing me. That's what it sounds like without is with a saying with a not saying it but saying it. You know what I mean? And so yeah, that's happening right
Well,
now too.
she's a 40-plus-year-old woman
Hmm.
that she can't. Again, there goes back to DC's favorite word, accountability. And this entire time, she ain't made a living doing her own thing.
This is her living.
She, yeah, I
She's making
guess,
her
yeah.
living.
I guess. Like, man, I remember her when she was with Joe Budden. I think that's what the first person I remember her with. But
Hmm.
at some point, like, don't you build your own career versus just trying to go from celebrity to celebrity? That's
Yep.
crazy too, how the celebrity
So she
gene
has
pool works. Like everybody just pass around the
smashing
same
everybody.
people. And it
Yep.
just that's why I'm
It,
good.
yeah, like so. Yeah, she does have two boys. From DC's favorite team, Orlando Scandrick at the Dallas Cowboys. She was with him for a minute, And I remember he was like one of them top DBs before he got hurt. He had, cashed out, got a nice little deal. Got two by him, moved on, doing her thing. And then recently had one with Jalen Green. So I don't know. Then she was dating Tyrod, but Tyrod was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and nix this situation. You gotta go. I mean, everybody calling Tyrod a dirt bag, but I was like, bro, they not married. There was no ties there. You were living in his house in California, where he was just like, I'm doing things over here on the East Coast right now, but now I'm coming back to the West Coast. I need you out.
Hmm.
He got all right, bro. His name on all the paperwork. It's all on the paperwork. But people call him a douchebag because like, oh man, you're not just putting her out, you putting out the kids. And it's like, well, those ain't his either. Those are
Yeah.
Lando's and Jalen's. Like,
Yeah. So basically, you got a place to go. You know what I'm
you
saying?
something, bro. Like, I'm coming back to the West Coast.
Yeah.
That's my house.
Yeah. Like,
So,
but it's not like she had no place to go. She had some place to go. Probably she just maybe it was an option she did not want. I'm guessing, but the option was still there. Just because you don't like the option, don't mean the option ain't there.
yeah. So that's out there too, man. In the midst of this, man. But yeah, I mean, you guys are all right. Those last 2 minutes we just saying, man, it's about the accountability. It's a lot of that gray area there as well, man. And yeah, it's up to you. You pick and choose. What DC say, you pick and choose.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot every time, man. But especially you running outside in the rain with no raincoat. We get it. Shout out to Pivot Channing Crowder said it all the time. You better use it. We know it feel better. But you gotta use them, dog.
Yeah.
Gotta
I
use
will
the
say,
time, bro.
teen pregnancy is down with this new generation. Was it Gen Alpha?
X,
Is it
X
called
or
Alpha?
Z. I don't know, man.
I think it's
Hmm.
Alpha or Z. Gen Z. That's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gen Z. Alpha is like the kids. But yeah, no, Gen Z. They like their teen pregnancy is down. Crime. There's less young people drinking
Because
That's
they
alcohol.
don't
fine.
go outside.
Thank you, dog. Which is a bad thing, though, bro. It
Yeah.
is, bro.
I mean,
Like,
those are pretty good stats, still. I don't know.
it's dope numbers, man. But kids need to be outside, bro. You gotta get that sun, bro. That vitamin D,
Outside
bro.
getting pregnant.
All that energy. I'm just talking about this, the energy, bro. People don't even know how to talk to them one another anymore.
Yeah, gotta get out the house.
It's face to face. You be like, hey, so what did you say, Rob? We had a guest, and I know you had to cut early. But you said you seen like young dude, you know what the kids say? He put some riz out there. Saw a girl. It's like, yo, you dope. Let me get that
I don't even know
IG.
what that means, dog.
See,
Whatever you
that's what I'm
just
saying.
said,
See,
dog.
I'm on game,
I
bro. I'm
don't even know
still
what.
keeping up, bro. It's just they
Mm.
saying that he got that riz. He just spitting game, but it's not really spitting game to our generation to just pull up and be like, "Yo, you look good. Let me get your IG." It's all about getting the
No.
digits, bro. Did you get the digits, bro? That's what it starts with, bro. Did you get the
Yeah, the
digits,
IG
bro?
is the digits now.
Hmm?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, nah, man. We got to be better. But I mean, those numbers are great. It's a great numbers, great statistic. But on the opposite side of it too, DC, to what you're saying, yeah, the violence has went down, but the depression and when there's a crazy outtake or outburst, it is with these kids because they don't know how to compartmentalize or talk through shit. You see
Do
teens that
we?
they don't.
Do we?
I would say better than how a teenager is, or even try to give the resources. But you see it, bro. Like kids wilding out, bro. Especially the drama that happens in schools and all this shit, bro. These kids don't know how to have real conversations with nobody. It's all on the screen.
So if that's the case, here's the question then. So we raising these non-social little bastards, right? What are we
That's
doing?
only Anthony Edwards' child. That's a bastard, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. So what are we doing? What are we doing to like get these little assholes out off the phones and
Yeah,
getting outside and getting vitamin D the natural way?
they're not all day, bro. You got to get them involved in activities, bro. Get them involved in
Yeah.
activities, bro. I know we're heavily into that on our side. Rod gonna be a head coach soon. He just don't know it yet, but he about to be a head coach somewhere, bro.
Mm.
The way he got
Like
he
AAU,
something,
be
bro.
traveling. He be
I'm pretty
traveling.
sure he gonna be wearing a multiple hats, bro. I think Tyler may end up he playing football now, right? Then you got the bro. He got a young one, dog. He gonna be a tank, so he's probably gonna be. doing something, bro.
Yeah.
He gonna be doing something, bro. Rod might be coaching like basketball, track, and football at the
Mm.
same time,
He gonna be the PE
like,
teacher
like,
at the school.
and
They
then
gonna just give him a position so
for
he can
real, and
coach.
then my youngest one swimming, gymnastics. It's something like she's doing
Yeah.
something. Oh, we hooping now too. We just started that. Like I said, hey, Rob was mine. I was head coach for a couple weeks because the head coach was out sick. For the 5-year-old youth team, and then
Hmm.
one game I had to have Rob be assistant, bro. So like it is part of it, bro. Like you got to get them involved in that, and that's how you build like team dynamics, collaboration, social skills. You build all that stuff up, man. Because if not,
So you
I
just
know,
made me
hear
think
my heart.
about something. You just
Well,
made
hold
me
on,
think
DC.
about
I'm gonna say
something.
this because DC, I know you're gonna be the asshole to it, and I love you for it. But I try to say it's not the parents' fault for not getting them involved, but I know part of it is because you got to get these kids involved, man. You got to be the role models and the catalysts to get them involved, bro. But that's all. But go ahead, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I mean, the parents absolutely have to be the catalyst. So here's something. When I just think about like black households and
Hmm.
talking about getting involved, it's always sports. But nobody ever mentions anything other than sports. It's always like, oh, football, basketball. You just mentioned swimming, soccer. But like, man,
Just extracurriculars, man.
but I'm
That's
saying
all
like
you
just
need.
but in the community, like generally
Hmm.
speaking, when we're
Hmm.
talking about like getting kids involved, it's always sports. But like
Hmm.
you don't really hear people talk about like, oh, he's in the I don't know the IT club or the
Hmm.
I don't know something with the arts or
Yeah,
some
STEM.
I
You
don't
like
know.
talking about like STEM and all of that.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that, but I would say me and we all play sports, bro.
or you
And
like coding because looking at where things are going,
yeah,
like
that's
AI and
STEM.
everything.
Yeah.
Like shit, coding is going to be where it's at.
Yep.
But you just don't really hear that like within the community really. It's like
That's
always
true.
sports centric.
I think anybody who's played sports, my personal opinion, being biased, if you play sports at a level where in a team sport, you understand what team dynamics mean. Like you understand what that mean. Now with STEM and coding, not all the time you get that team dynamics. You know what I'm saying? You
Well,
can nerd out. You can nerd
and those
out.
are now those are just off the top of my head. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
feel you. I
Because
feel
I'm just
you.
kind of freestyling, but certainly there are uh like team building activity, like a debate team even. Like I might don't
Ah,
sound like
Hmm.
the
fire.
coolest
Yes,
thing,
sir. I'm with that.
but you know, there are things where you get
Well,
those same values, but
Yeah,
I
it's just
think
not
even
really
summer
talked
camps, like
about.
summer camps and youth camps and stuff like that.
that's
Yeah, I'm with that.
that's because we don't typically have access to those things. Like I wouldn't know what mock trial was if I ain't live in a neighborhood full of people that don't look like me. My
Mm.
schools here have mock trial teams that they go traveling and stuff. I ain't had that when I was in school, bro.
I didn't either.
Like, duh,
We
I'm
had a
from.
debate team.
We had a
Yeah,
debate team.
yeah, we had a debate
Oh,
team
we
in
ain't
Germany.
had no
Yeah.
debate team. We ain't had no damn debate team, though. What is that? I didn't know
Hey,
what
real
that
talk. If
was.
we was back in school in the states, though, we probably wouldn't have had that, dog. Like in high school, I know I wouldn't have seen it.
No, this
I
mine
wouldn't have
was
seen
in the
it.
states. This was in
Oh,
Oklahoma. I
yeah,
was in Oklahoma, MacArthur Junior High School, MacArthur High School. They had a
yeah.
debate
Shout out,
team.
bro.
I was never
Listen,
on the debate team,
Say,
but I had a
we ain't
debate
had none of
class.
that.
yeah.
Nah.
I would say,
We,
but yeah, bro. I would say access plays a key, but I think just
yeah.
team sports, bro. Collaboration, working with different people, bro. Because you got to all achieve one goal, and that's what businesses are. Businesses are for one goal. Yeah, it could be the bottom line or have the best whatever they selling. That's a team goal. You have to be a part of that team
Yeah.
goal. And if
Chess
you
club,
don't,
that's another one. You know what I'm saying? Chess
yeah, yeah,
club.
yeah, yeah.
They got the accounting club. You know what I'm saying?
They
The
do.
social study, just them different. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna
okay.
tell you,
Hey,
not everybody, not
you're
all
right.
black folks run fast. You know what I'm saying? not, you know, not all black
Mm-mm.
folks is really coordinated like that. Like it might not be the field or it might not be the court
Well,
where
that's why
they
you
So okay, I go
introduce
there
them.
get
That's
those
too.
why you
values.
That's why you introduce them to stuff
Exactly, and
like
that's my
like
point.
my
Hmm.
boy.
Yep, that's my
My
point.
boy has tried coding. He wants to do coding. He's tried coding. Taekwondo. They've done obviously the sports stuff. Tyler does piano. He's done. We forced him
Yeah,
to do a
he nice. He
recital
nice with
to
that.
get in
He
front
nice
of
with that.
Yeah.
people. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So just introducing them to stuff. Some stuff we have to learn too. Like I don't know what some of this stuff is, but some of the things
Yeah.
require resources that sometimes we don't have access to. So I think that's a part of it. But yeah, you know better. What did Freddie T used to say? More exposure
Exposure,
brings
expansion.
expansion, bro.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yeah.
as we get
Swimming, bro.
more
Let's
exposed
keep
to
it there.
things,
You talk about swim team, right? Come on, DZ. How
I
many people
can't
you knew on
swim.
the swim team in high school that look like us?
I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
I
I
didn't.
nah.
swam one year
I
in high school,
my
my
oh you
freshman
see,
year.
yep. You probably the only one.
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to be
I had
funny.
We
no
had we
pool.
had
I ain't trying to
we
nah.
had two. No, we had two. We had two on the team, and actually three. We had three, two guys and a woman. But the one guy he dropped out in the middle of the season,
You see what I'm
and then it
saying?
was me and one black girl. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's
But
not a
you know
whole
what
lot
I'm
of
saying,
diversity
bro?
in the locker room
You
though.
know what I'm
No.
saying? And it wasn't a lot where I was at either, man, on the swim team. You know, we
Yeah.
cheered you on still, but I didn't see a lot of people look like me though. So like getting my youngest in that too, because I know like they're even in the major market, it's not that big. So if that's something that she wants to drive and be a passion for, she can be a role model for the next little girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so whatever she put her forward, mine too. And then like I said, it's all about the social skills, man. That's what I like to see, because I like to see like kids sitting back, when you just in the distance watching them, but they're just talking. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? They thought, oh, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. How old are you? And I'm like, you see that stuff. You need that. They need that social interaction, bro. Because you just got a screen in your face all the time. I'm talking about you just want to play some fucking Roblox. Stop
Yeah.
it. Like, stop, bro. Or like Rod said it too a few episodes where everybody's watching reaction videos to a reaction.
Yeah.
Like, think about that, bro. I'm
Yeah.
watching a video. I'm watching a guy react to a video, reacting to another person watching it to see if he agree or disagree to that person's reaction. Like, and then here I am watching it.
Yeah.
Like that crazy. Like we got to be better than that. I'm not saying like cut it off, leave it on zero. But if that is the major market for you today, bro, like you won't have no social skills, bro. And yeah, asking an IG as a number ain't. I mean, everybody got your IG, especially if you ain't private. So who cares? You know what I'm saying? You got public access to anybody. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Some stuff.
So you don't like the whole
Nah, it's
the fact
trash.
you don't like the fact that IG has replaced the phone number.
Yeah, bro. I'm not really hip to that, bro. That's because everybody got access to you. It's social media, bro. Everybody got access to you, bro. Social media, bro. Hence the key word, social. That's the part,
I
bro.
guess
That your
I
access.
guess silver lining it maybe deletes the fact of needing to change your number from meeting somebody crazy. You can just block them on the DM.
Yeah.
I'll just create another profile. I'll just keep creating another profile, bro. Or I'm gonna just, man. But
But
hey,
but
hey,
you could do that with a phone too. I'll just get another
yeah,
number. I
bro.
mean,
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? It's no different.
That, but that's annoying too. Getting another number.
Yeah.
I've had the same number for 20 plus years, so
See,
Same.
nobody trying to change numbers, dog.
But
I
if you
I
got a
get I
stalker,
get
I mean,
spam.
but to you talk
Yeah,
about people getting stalked and shit, like you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just
Like
saying,
yeah.
man. I'm just saying, man. Like, I don't know. I'm not with it, bro. You take away human interaction, bro. Because then y'all finally meet for dinner in person. Then what? Because that human synergy is different, bro. We know this.
I mean, it's I don't think it's as desperate or as bad as kids just don't know how to interact. Like
Not a lot of
people
kids
still
don't.
go on
A lot of
still
kids
people still go on dates where you make it seem like they just like look at each other, just stare at each other for like awkwardly for an hour straight or something,
yes,
bro.
that happens, bro.
Nah, bro. Like I mean,
Bro, that's
like
happening, bro.
the people are out here. Like, granted, they're interacting in a way that's a lot different from the way that
Hmm.
we interacted, and I do agree that the kids need to get outside a little bit more. But I don't think it's as dire as
Bro,
as
each
some are
year that
making it
goes
seem.
by, it gets worse, bro. My opinion, bro. I'm sounding like Rod. Get off my grass. Oh my, get off my grass moment right now. But dog, it's getting worse year by year, bro.
It's just changing, bro. And just the
Yeah.
way that people interact changes. And it's not going to go back. You
No, it
know.
ain't. Nah, it ain't.
Well, everything advances, man, and part of being a human is what you just said, adapting to change.
Hmm.
Um, animals don't have to do much but be animals. Like they have certain purposes, and their purpose is to, like, lions do lion shit. You know what I mean? Like they ain't gonna change that. The only thing that changes is the weather and maybe the habitat if you move them from one place to another. But for the most part, they are doing what they designed to do. And humans, we have free will, we have free choice, we have innovation, and either you adapt or get left behind. But I think the cool thing about our generation is we had pre web, internet, and then you had
Right in the middle.
posts, right? So you
Yeah.
got to evolve through it all.
Yeah.
And we're saying the same thing with AI, right? There's some scary stuff that is happening with AI, but it ain't going nowhere. So you either adapt to it or you get left behind and, be one of those people with the Obama phone trying to figure it out. Like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, the end of the day, you just change and adapt. And that's the beauty of being a human. We have that ability to do it. You just have to relate to people in their space. I don't understand the whole everything has to be centered around social media thing. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous because again, social media is fiction for the most part. Like you get to filter to show what you want to show. I think our guest Jasmine, right? She said that like, yeah, my social media is only what I want people to see.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It gives you that almost that it could be a fairy tale depending on what you want to share. Like some people share their life story and some people share their journeys. Others just, post what your boy Drizzy say. They say vacations, pictures from their vacations and post them like they in different places.
Yep.
Um, Shout out to Scorpion too. Still a fire album. I listened to it a couple weeks ago. Fire album. But for those who think I hate Drake for whatever reason, I've heard that like, oh, you TD Rod. First of all, he's PG Lane now, but I always said I like
You
them
call him
both.
TD
But
Rod.
uh, I always
Man,
said
I
I
should have
like
came
them
up with
both.
that.
But at the end of the day, it's always going to be filtered. You know what I mean? So you just got to find a way to relate to people, right? And that's the scary part about raising kids nowadays is trying to figure out a way to relate to them and also push them. I think that's what's missing too is parents don't like to push their kids anymore. Like I'm not saying go extreme Joe Jackson or what's Serena and Venus Pop's name Richard,
Yeah,
right?
King Richard, man.
Yeah. So I ain't saying go crazy, you know what I mean? You ain't got to go straight
Hmm.
militant on them, but also you have to push them, make them look people in the eye, make them speak up, make them talk with their chest, make
Yep.
them shake firmly, make them like teach them all the things that you learned of what makes an effective interaction and hold them accountable to that. Again, DC's favorite word. Like as parents, you have to hold people accountable. We can't be their friends at all times. It's cool that y'all can be cool together. You know what I mean? DC get to throw one up with his daughter every now and again, but I'm sure if some shit comes out, he gonna be the dad and like, yo, you need to stop doing this, or you need to do this, or you need to do that and
Yeah.
push her, even though she's an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's our jobs as parents
Yeah,
is to continue to push them.
because it is that fine line, right? Like, especially, shout out DC daughter. She follows the show, man. Because it is cool. You can sit down and have a drink with your dad. Is a dope thing ever, right? Because you at that level of an adult. You're being respected as an adult. But yeah, it shit pop off. I'm gonna check you. And I'm pretty sure, you know, no one should be mad about it. You mean you might be mad because everyone has feelings, but yeah, "Oh, I just had a drink with you though, Dad. We just had this great conversation. But no, you effing up, bro. Like, what are you doing with the money? What are you doing with school? What are you doing? Like, you gotta have those real conversations. And so
Hmm.
I like that that dynamic because yeah, I can be a friend in the moment, but I'm still your parent. Like I'm stamped there. You're
Hmm.
stamped there from day one to whenever when God calls it. You know what I'm saying? So the friend thing is, I think it's pockets for me. You got to be in the
Yeah.
pockets with it as a friend, and
So
then I got to come back and be dad real quick.
yeah, what do y'all think about? I don't know if I hear men say this as much as I do women. They'll say, my daughter is my best friend, or my son is my best friend. I think I heard Lala Anthony say that about Cayenne. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like my best friend. It's like I don't know if your kids should be like your best friend. Like
I
at
don't
a
think so.
certain point, maybe I don't know. Maybe if they're 30 and a grown, I don't know. At some point, it's like a line that's drawn that say we can be cool. I can love you. I can, we can share different things, but at a certain point, like I'm not going to. necessarily be your friend. Like we'll have a strong relationship, but I don't know if I can be your best friend. Like best friend to me is
I mean, you sharing
I don't
everything.
even know how to yeah, I don't even know how to define it. Like I'm
You
not
know.
talking to I don't care how old Tyler get. I ain't talking to Tyler about how I'm banging his mom. I can talk to my best friend about shit like that if I needed to. Like, man, she ain't gave me none in 5 weeks or something. You would talk to your best friend about stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
You
Ain't
gonna
no
tell?
way in
You gonna
hell I'm gonna talk to my kids about different things that goes on in my life, dog.
That man said. That man told us I'm going through a drought. Damn it.
tell?
Shit.
Hey,
Dry
so
times. This some
so
bullshit.
hey
Hey,
DC,
these are jokes, Sylvia. These are just jokes.
yep,
I'm
all
here.
day.
That is a
I'll
joke.
be
We
out here
playing.
chilling.
Love all,
We
love y'all.
just playing.
Hey DC, I would say you could better answer this, right? Because you have the oldest child, right? She an adult. That's only what that is. She adult. Like, what do you feel about that? That when you hear those statements, because you hear them, yeah, that's my best friend. Like, you feel that that's a concrete statement, or like I just said earlier, there's pockets to it.
No, I don't think that a parent can be a friend with their child. I mean, if you think about it, like there's 20 plus years between the two of you. How can you? You shouldn't even have the same things in common in order to be friends. Now you can be friendly with your kids. Say I'm friendly with my daughter. I think as she's gotten older, and even though she's technically an adult, but it's still very much a father daughter relationship. Now, as she gets older, I could I will say as each year passes,
Yeah.
I guess it becomes more of a friendship type of thing. I'll say like my own mom, I look at her more as a friend now. Still there's that line. She's still my mother, but we are probably um, a more friendly like relationship than mother son relationship, and it's just been like that. I would say probably since I hit 40. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of transitioned to a friend type relationship. We just have different types of conversations that I normally would have never fathomed. Just having with my mom, like, nah, that's compartmentalized. I'm compartmentalizing this part of my life away, and we just got a lot more open. So I could see that happening with age.
So
Also,
you be
again, I
like,
paid my dues and
so
whatnot, huh?
Yeah.
so you be like, Mom, I'm going through a drought.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Um,
turning back on you, dog.
You know what?
I
Like she
don't think
like
Oh,
I don't
he
think
thinking
she
about it.
like she like
He
she
thinking
like she
about
like
it,
what's
though.
I had
wrong
to
with
think
you?
about it.
What's wrong with you and Ryan? Y'all energy off when y'all walked in the house. Well, you know what, Mom? You know what, this chick like you ain't. I don't think. I can't speak for you, but
Nah, I had not. Nah, we ain't got that. We ain't got that deep. That's why I say
it's
it's still there's
friendly.
still a line there. That's a line that has not been crossed, and I don't really want to cross.
But
Um,
because
but there
it's
are
vice
some.
versa though too. Like I don't think Pop's talking to you about Mama J.
Nah,
Like yo, hey, bro, I'm a little mad right now. Like that, like shout out RPM because y'all can have that business chat. You like, bro, what's up with you, boss? Are you tripping today, bro? Well, shoot, your mama like you don't want to hear that. Dog.
I think DC
nah,
would be disgusted. I know I would.
I
Like,
would
bro,
nah,
too.
yeah, nah.
chill,
I'm like,
I
bro.
would.
nah,
I'd be like, I
bro.
don't
I
want to know
don't.
that. You know what I'm
Yeah, just
saying?
stop.
That
Just stop what you're saying. I don't even want to. Whatever you're dealing with, y'all need to deal with that shit.
That remind me of
Let's look at this damn balance
Boomerang.
sheet real quick.
let's look at that.
Remember
Exactly.
that's remind me of Boomerang, man. Remember Pops was talking about Gerard? It's like, yeah, your mama. We just got it on in the
Yep.
bathroom.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you don't want to hear that. Like, it's a
No.
statement, but I'm not hey, let's put up a chair and have a conversation. Hey, I called you because I wanted to talk to you about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
Right.
yo, I love you, mom. I love you, dad. Like, no. I hear where you coming from, man. Like, I think the friendly point and probably with age. I would say, yeah, probably with age. Because now you kind of see things better and you understand things because with growth, right? Because I heard your guy Rod, Jim Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? He said his dad, Jack Harbaugh, is his best friend. But I think, Jim, they're both over 50. They seen life now and they probably like, yo, I get it. Now I can talk to this guy about certain things. Because this is the path that he put me on and he was right. Or I was wrong sometime and now I get it. And I can get where that relationship turns to a best friend moment, but I'm pretty sure there's still boundaries. I'm pretty sure Jack ain't talking about about moms. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand like DC where you're saying, yeah, it come with growth. You know what I'm saying? But and you said like you shouldn't have a lot of things in common, DC. Now I've seen parents, with their children in high school, and they going to the same concerts, like turning up, all that. Sometimes
Yeah.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Probably not my cup of tea, but
I
you see
mean,
that.
like when you
You
say
see
like
that.
going to concerts, like how old is the child? Like 10?
Yeah, they're like teenagers. So they might be 15, 16, but we both going to the Jeezy concert. We both going to the Future concert. I seen Rod, you kind of just like, like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with it. That's a
Yeah, about to say
conversation where people
I don't
say,
have no problem with
yeah,
that,
people
man.
do see
Yeah.
that as wrong because they be like, oh, it's my friend though. Man, shoot, we all go to the concert together. But some people like, man, why y'all doing that? But I see it as a bonding moment because you can have conversations still before the
Yeah,
concert,
bro.
after the concert, all that.
If we are fortunate enough to love the same music and we that far apart, or I don't know, I mean, I guess you can have a kid at 13 and you ain't really that far apart, but
That's true.
if we share like shit, Ty Boogie wanna see Kendrick bad. I'm like, nah, I ain't really gonna do that, bro. You ain't really old enough to not take you to a concert where it's not gonna be edited. But if he was like
Yeah.
17 or something
Oh,
and
we
we
going.
still shared the same music, hell yeah, I'm in that boy with him. We rocking out.
Yeah, we had to pop out.
Yeah,
We had to pop
Yeah.
out. Like I don't mind it, but there are people who look at it like, oh, why would you? Most of the parents get looked at. They're like, why would you want to be around a whole bunch of other people that age and so forth?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can see it both ways. I mean, on one hand, I'm like, why not just go with their friends and let it be their experience? I'm like, at the same time, just like Rod said, I mean, if you can have that bonding experience with your child, why not? Like, I mean, I got a tattoo with my daughter when she got her first one. I wanted to take her there and kind of show her how it's supposed to go, and we both got a tattoo at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
or like back to back in the shop. So, like,
So that's a bonding moment though too.
yeah, it is. It definitely is a bonding moment. So I don't. I guess when I look at the whole best friend thing, it's like not only going to concerts together, but they just doing everything like they're best friends.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? And there's no
yeah,
boundary in terms of, okay, now this best friend shit is over. I need you to go do the dishes, or I need to clean your room
exactly.
because you
Mhm.
can't tell your best friend to clean her room. You know what I'm
No,
saying? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
hard to be
we've
a
had
disciplinarian.
we had so Mariah, me and DC was roommates, and we didn't say it in that. Hey, bro, man, your shit dirt, bro. Clean your shit up, bro. We had a conversation. It's more hurtful speech, but nonetheless, we telling each other what it is though. It's a DC, and because at my time, like as I was getting ready to graduate high school, I was staying with my uncle, and we had a good open relationship because he wanted to build that relationship and be a father figure for me, man. And I appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
He said this, and I think I told you the story, but right. So we used to go to this club called the Krypton. Amazing club.
Hmm.
That's definitely in the man whore phase. But anyway, we went. My uncle said he saw us in that club, and he was like, "I'm never coming back." And he said he stopped going because he saw us in there.
Ah, he's like, yo, he's like, I'm too old for this.
Yep, yep. He was like, when I saw y'all in there, he was like, I saw you and Daryl. Y'all was in there and so forth. And he was like, and with your other friend, it was Curtis. Shout out Curtis.
Okay.
And he was like, nah. He was like, I looked at my friends and I was like, yo, we out.
Yeah, I'm not.
And so you gotta understand, like, yeah, he was like that
Yeah,
he
I'm
was like,
not.
I'm not. That's the club I won't be going to
My
anymore
that season
because
is
you're
over.
yeah. He was like,
hmm
that seems like this is y'all era now, and I'm not mixing my business with your business.
That's best friend stuff, man. Like I'm not running wingman for Tyler, bro. Like that
Yeah.
ain't happening. Like yo,
Two-man mission.
right? We ain't doing that. But there's people that do that. You know what I mean?
But yeah,
Like
you
Yeah,
might you
yeah.
go out, you go with Tyler, man. You
I
find.
know.
Oh, let me let me chill.
Oh man, but yeah, bro. So that happened though, bro. That happened with us. He saw it. We didn't even know. Of course, he didn't approach us. And yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I seen y'all over there dancing."
That's wild.
He was like,
Yeah.
"We out,
for the dance moves, man. You
man."
pop
Back
locking over there.
then,
You are not the
nah.
type of person
So,
that'll be pop locking.
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, that's crazy, dog. Hey, Rob, when I was first in Detroit, somebody was like, "Bro, you jit." So I was like, "What?"
You
Then I
if
learned what
you
jitting was, and then I was
bro,
like,
if
"Oh,
you
shit, crazy."
if you were raised in Detroit, you definitely would be a jitting person. You look like one, dog.
See, I
Yeah.
got told that, but nah, what we was well back then at that time, like the Crip Walk was a craze. People was Harlem shaking, doing all that, or you grinding up on people. You know how it is. You gonna be grinding up on people, especially they had these cages.
Yeah,
Like,
them
oh
cages,
wow,
bro.
and
Hmm.
but yeah, we got spotted in the crowd. And the jerseys was a thing. So we was in there like I had our jerseys on, you know what I'm saying?
But this
Bandana
back when they
tied
was
up.
this
Yeah.
back when they was wearing sweats in the club, bro.
Yeah.
That's
And
when
so
you wear sweats and
we
Tims in
went
the club, bro.
Did you
and
have velours on, bro? You look
Oh,
like
I
you
had
he
the
just
have a
velour.
walked
Oh, I
velour.
had the
into
velour. I had
He
the
had,
baby
VR.
blue,
that dude
the
had a
baby blue
baby blue
velour
velour.
jacket. Yep, the
Yeah,
tracksuit, the
with
top
some
and the
all
bottom,
some
bro.
all white kicks, bro. He had some
I
velour on,
knew it.
bro.
You
Shout
look
out,
Uh,
like
shout
a
out to
velour
Pelly.
type person.
yeah, Billy Phil. We going down memory lane today,
Yeah, I
boy.
had the Pelly, bro.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we
bro.
did, bro.
With the white forces with the baby blue checks, couldn't tell me shit,
But
bro.
yeah, we used to roll deep off campus, so we like, yo,
I
everybody
definitely
wear
had
their
white Air
jersey.
Force energy, right? For sure. Like like that Desi Banks.
Yep.
I was White Force all day. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, but yeah, bro, but it was crazy. We was in there, and I'll never get it because he told me like months later, and it was just one of them days like, oh man, I'm about to roll with Derek. Where y'all going to Crip Time? I was like, yeah, He's like, and then he was like, I mean, I seen y'all in there some months back, and I never set foot in there ever again. And he was like, all y'all friends in there with jerseys. He's like, seen you, Daryl, stand next to another kid. I was like, oh, that's Curtis. Yeah, we was in there, jersey just up,
Yep. Yep.
drinks in because Red Bull and vodka was the thing.
Man.
And yeah, but that was someone that I still admire to this day. I can have conversations with him when I'm feeling down and I need like direction or guidance. You know what I'm saying? In that phase, nah, mm-mm. He was not effing with us no more. Not in that phase because he was like, nah, y'all like not. You were my kid. He always looked at me as a kid, but he was like, it's your friends. Y'all they been to my house. Nah, I can't see myself sitting in the living room recapping tonight's events, and that's how he felt. He's like, I
Yeah.
can't recap tonight's events with y'all. Like I'm on
No.
some other stuff. Like
Yeah.
y'all on something like I can't no. And that's the
He
thing. You
had.
can't recap with Ty like shit. That was a baddie right there. Boy, let me
Right.
tell you,
Uh huh.
boy, you had that
Yeah.
rock,
He
that little rotten rocker right
he
there, boy.
he had the uncle from ATL. Ain't nobody getting no
Yeah.
cutty hair. Only person getting some
He
cutty
cut
in
his
here is
hair to me.
me.
Yeah. But that's how it was, man. Like he was just like, nah, not in this. Nope. Never in
Yeah.
that realm. And then sometimes he would say, hey, let me know what clubs y'all going to. Because I had to tell him. Like tap in. Hey, we gonna be out this way. Oh, okay, cool. I don't rock
Yeah.
with that. And I'm like, cool, I don't rock with that. You go. Like it was just, that's what it is. Cause I do feel like, yeah, I would have felt weird. Cause sometimes DC would crash at my crib.
Yeah.
It would be weird walking in like, oh, yo, I saw you upstairs on the second floor eating a steak, but did you see me, when you saw me get on? Like, I'm gonna be like, what the like, who cares?
Man, I knew some uncles that was like that though, bro. Like I mean, like I've had homeboys who like
Yeah,
had
yeah.
uncles and uncles be outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
We all got that one uncle, bro.
Yeah, we all got that one, bro.
yeah.
We got that one, bro. That's still 19. That's
Man,
still 19, bro.
I think I seen
My
like,
uncle like that had a waterbed, bro. You know what that was about.
oh
Only
wow,
only person in life I ever known had an actual real life waterbed, bro.
that was sloshing around.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Shout out my Uncle JC. He in Detroit. My Uncle JC, hey, he got a water bed. He probably ain't got one now, but he had one. He had one, bro.
Yeah, I had an uncle
Yeah,
who had a
man.
water bed, bro. That
Hey,
shit was fly.
they fly, bro. Real talk though, those are some of the most uncomfortable beds in the world. Dog. Who thought about making
I
a
ain't
water
never slept
bed,
in it.
bro?
Yeah, I ain't
And
never
and did
slept
you know
in it,
like the
but
maintenance is crazy on there, dog? Like you gotta drain the water, put fresh water in there, all kind of stuff, bro. Bro, the beds
Mm.
on there crazy,
it's a
but
light flex. That's what it was
it
used
is,
for.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely a
yeah,
light
yeah.
flex, bro. To have a water bed, bro. It's like having a color TV. Like
Hmm.
if you got like a 30, if you had like a 42-inch box TV back then, you was balling before the
I mean,
flat
it's
screens.
yeah, them box screens, them heavy ass TVs. The TVs made out of wood and shit.
No,
Yeah,
that's
and the
some
big.
floor joints. Shut
You had
up.
to put it on the floor. Yeah.
We had this was a little later on in life. We had a 32-inch boy with the big booty on the back, man. I swear, dog, we had to take that joint from one room to another. It's the heaviest TV on earth, bro. It had to weigh at least 2,000 pounds, bro. 2 tons at
Man,
least. At
man
least.
said
I'm
two
not
Shout
even
out
tons.
technology,
exaggerating.
bro.
That's how it felt. Now I'm carrying 75 inches by myself.
Under
Pause.
under
That shit's
under
Oh
the
kind of
yeah,
armpit.
crazy.
Under the armpit, bro. He's like, yeah, I got this.
yeah.
Take this on
Really,
upstairs.
yeah. The TVs are so light; it's more so just awkward to carry them now because of the
Yeah,
size. It's
exactly.
not even the weight. You know who knew, man? And now they got these
Yeah.
TVs like you can roll them out like a fruit roll up. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
Like,
to the
bro,
fruit roll up, man. Underrated fruit snack, bro.
shout out to the fruit roll up.
Hey,
Love the law.
I'm gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna hit you with a random one. It's Gushers, dog.
Red and blue diamonds like gushers, dog.
Yep, it's the Gushers, dog.
Man, I'm a little
Classic.
I don't
different.
like to get skeeted in my mouth. Pause, bro.
I knew you about. I knew one of y'all was
Yeah.
finna go there, dog.
Yeah,
I knew one of y'all was finna go there, bro. Man, can't take y'all nowhere, dog. Man, we definitely can't take you nowhere no more, cause last night, dog. And shout out
Yeah, the
platform,
mascot. The
shout out
mascot was in the building.
platform, it's platform sports, bro. That dope spot, always good. Spending time with y'all, man. But yeah, bro. Rod said it on the last pod. Can't take us nowhere. And he
Mhm.
walked that. He walked that. He walked that talk.
Yeah, that dude
Hey
had a
man, yeah,
fupa. A grown
y'all,
man with a fupa.
y'all gotta understand what I grew up around. Like you getting jokes, bro.
Look.
Nobody was safe, so you gotta
Nah,
understand
wasn't
who
nobody
I
was
grew
safe,
up
bro.
around.
My man was on sniper mode yesterday.
Pew pew.
Nah, it was definitely a dope time though, man. Dope environment, man. All that, man. Food slap. I was pretty impressed. For me,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
They
we
had
always think
this.
about bar food.
They had the honey. What was it? The honey Old Bay wings.
Obey, bro.
Oh my gosh, damn, them shits was
It
good.
was better than lemon
Hmm.
pepper, bro.
Yeah, it was a cool spot. It was cool. It was got packed in there for a minute, but good place to people watch, man. That's the only reason I like going out is people watching.
Yeah,
It's really, I mean, y'all the drinkers, so I don't do all that, but I just like to peep the scene and
Yeah.
look at who's an alien and who's not, bro.
man. I wish they'd have switched up the music a little bit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It was a little too
put you to
bro-ish.
sleep, bro.
Dance.
It was yeah, it was like
I was thought you liked that type of music, dog.
Yeah, bro. That's
I
your office
mean
vibe, bro. That is your vibe at the office,
but
bro.
that wasn't really they could have slowed it down a little bit. Slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or we'll just mix it up a little bit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, all in all though, I mean like I'm just kind of picking straws or what do you call it? Picking hairs, picking straws.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Splitting hairs, that's the word.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
splitting hairs right
Mm.
now.
Let's go there.
yeah, yeah. It
Speaking of
was a
splitting
cool
hairs,
place.
dope spot for sure. Speaking of splitting hairs, man, and because we talking about money now, we know those tariffs is hitting everywhere. You know, um, from our government, we hitting every country with tariffs. Now a lot of countries hitting back with tariffs. So we're gonna be splitting hairs a little bit, man, especially in the automotive industry. I'm gonna say the sneaker industry gonna get hit crazy because China put that 34% tariff on that. So a lot of this stuff gonna get activated either the 1st of June, 1st of July. You hearing everybody, the White House speaker saying just hey, be patient, bear down, get through it. And of course, so many people are trying to pick and choose their battles on things, man. And that's why I say the splitting hair side, man. I want to know what y'all thinking with tariffs, cost of living, inflation, all those things, bro. I know, Rod, you've been saying it forever. We in a recession.
Hmm.
Um, like
I
how
mean,
you feel?
there's an ism that we live by called ignore the noise, dog.
Bars.
It's all noise. DI being eliminated, tariffs, everything that he's doing is noise, right? Part of it is I told you what I was going to do, so I did it. I kept my word. And the other part is, and shout out to John Hope Bryan. I watched an interview with him who broke it down beautifully.
Was that on
But
Cam? Okay.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, he and understanding how tariffs work and understanding what type of society America is built off of, which is a big C, little d, right? It's a capitalistic democracy. Little d with the democracy part of that, but big C with capitalism,
Mm-hmm.
consumerism. If the shit don't work, guess what? We have to fix it. Like the dollar will force you to fix it. And if it do work, hey, maybe he was the smartest man in the room. But ultimately, you'll find out very quickly if it works or not, and you have to pivot at that point. And I think Trump knows that, right? As much as we despise the moves that he make and how he talks and the arrogance and all of that, he's not a dumb individual.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. I get people think he is. He's not a dumb individual. So ultimately, I mean, we need him to succeed because he's the leader of our free world, and we need him to do the right thing. So if the tariffs work, great. If they don't, they'll be forced to pivot very quickly, and I think you'll know very, very quickly if they work or not. So, things
Mm-hmm.
may get a little dicey for a quick second, but we will be forced to pivot quickly, I believe. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, DC. I know you got numbers. You got stats. How you feeling, bro? What you think?
I mean, it just historically speaking, tariffs actually hurt American interests, and I would
Mm-hmm.
say now more than ever,
Yep.
because America is not a manufacturing country anymore.
It's not.
Yeah, and even it seems as if that Trump is trying to force manufacturing jobs back into the states, but that's not going to work for two reasons. One, there's not enough demand. Like the workforce, people
Mm-hmm.
just don't want that type of work anymore. You know what I'm
No.
saying? So like,
We all in the house, right?
yeah, everybody likes working in air conditioning and behind a keyboard or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no demand, and then two, the cost of living in America is relatively high compared to other parts of the world.
100%.
So now you got to pay these people more money to
Mm.
build these same products, whereas I can just get it done in China or Vietnam or whatever it might be. So
Mm-hmm.
you're shipping out all of these illegal immigrants who were doing the jobs that we didn't really want to do, and
Mm-hmm.
then you put tariffs on to encourage manufacturing jobs to come back to the states, but they're jobs that nobody wants to do, and the people that would have done them, the people
Mm-hmm.
maybe who were here illegally, they've been shipped out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
what?
you miss a third point on that too.
What's
There's
that?
no plan in place to even attempt to execute part one and two of what you just said. There's no plans. It's just we come in, we sign the tariffs, and then what?
Yeah,
Like it takes time to build factories to say, oh yeah, we're going to manufacture this, and then like you said, get the workforce to do it. Like you think you're gonna come in 4 months, 5 months, or whatever is 4 months, and just everybody's going, oh yeah, we can make that here. All right, good
yeah,
luck.
yeah, and it's either that or he's simply using the tariffs to try to bully his way into new trade deals. But I'm kind of
I think it's that part though.
yeah, and it could be, but I'm a little bit leery because it's like, granted, I'm not like an expert on global economy, but I don't really recall us having an issue with like trade partners. You know what I'm saying? As far
Yeah.
as like America getting good deals or bad deals or whatnot. The worst thing I saw is like when our food. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? There's chemicals in our food that's outlawed in other first world countries, like in Europe and stuff like that, like Ritz crackers. Like the Ritz crackers, you can't
Mm-hmm.
find them outside the U.S. because
Yeah.
of like whatever they use to make them that yellow goldish color. Apparently, it's toxic. So, but
So
that doesn't have anything to do with tariffs and anything.
yeah.
That has more something to do with the FDA.
Yep.
So I don't really understand.
Mm.
I don't know.
So to your point,
That's
I really don't see where our leverage is. You know what I mean? Like to bully your way into something, it seems like you would need to hold leverage. And
Yeah,
I don't see where the leverage is. They're the ones that's mass producing the products and items that we need, right? So again, who's gonna make the iPhone? Who's gonna make your Nikes? Who's gonna
Dave
make
Chappelle called it.
Dave Chappelle said in the 12, I think it
17 versus
was. Yeah,
something
something
earlier than
like
that.
that.
Yeah, he
17.
called it.
Yeah, 2017 he was talking about Trump with this. It's like, uh, you paying these sweatshops allegedly, cents on a dollar to mass produce these products. Like DC just said, like, bro, America's the laziest country in the entire world. Like
yeah,
literally, it's proven. It's not even like a made up thing. We're the laziest country in the world. and you expect us to jump for that same type of initiative. Like, these folks are fighting for their life, you know what I mean? They're
Right.
allegedly getting sweatshops. I'm gonna keep throwing that out there, but they're fighting for their life and being happy to get paid 5 cents an hour. We got people that don't even want to work for, $20 an hour. Like, no, that's too much. You're asking me to do much for $20 an hour, but I'm just asking you
Right.
to answer the phone. No, that's too much talking.
Right.
No, that's too much. You're gonna have to pay me at least 30 for that.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Bro, we got some hard
Yeah.
truths. These are some hard truths. These are some hard truths because DCU hit on it. And that's been an ongoing thing from comedians to real talk, where they saying, most immigrants as of late are doing the jobs that we don't want to do. And we openly, people will protest, picket, all those things that we don't want to do it. Stand on business. And then the part of laziness, I mean, hell, let's go back, use some of them DC numbers, bro. Shit, majority of us, we one of the most obese countries in the world.
Yeah.
And wasteful at the same time. How is that? So like think about that. We put out so much waste.
Yep.
And then we try to be solution focused on all these problems. But we as a country gloss over the main problems to what you just said. It's ethic. It's the ethic and want to do it and not be lazy. And understanding like we do have a certain group who wants to help with this country, but we don't want them. Like that's crazy. But we gloss over it though. As a society, we gloss over it because that what y'all hitting on, bro. They don't want to hear the harsh truths. We don't want to hear the harsh truth. Quote DC, true hurts, but they don't nobody
Yeah.
want to hear it though. And these are real life facts, man. And it suck, man. That what I'm saying, those aren't the conversations that's coming out, from our leaders right now. This free world.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the Dems are just kind of biding the time until the the next election in 2 years. What do they call it? The mid years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Senate. Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So
Midterm Senate.
maybe they're kind of, I don't know. They're just gonna like let this train wreck happen. And they say, hey y'all, remember how this last 2 years were? Vote Democrat.
Yeah.
Maybe that's gonna be
I mean,
their marketing pitch. And those
yeah.
tariffs, vote Democrat. That's it. That's the rollout.
Yeah.
This is all part of the album rollout, bro. Just
Well, the Dems have to step up too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, again, we've just been in a rough position over the last 8.5 years, we'll call it, between this guy's first term and then the last four. It's been a very bumpy ride, to say the least, and that's both sides. So, people are starting to get fed up with just politics in general, I think.
Yeah.
Um, and this is kind of the last straw. Hopefully no mutiny happens and people just start going crazy. But there just doesn't seem to be any faith in anyone's coming to save us. Like, I think people are realizing that, like, nobody's going to come and save us. Not no party, at least. You know what I mean? Maybe when the Lord comes back and shit, Jesus might not even want to come back to this joint. Like, I don't know. Yeah, y'all acting a little crazy. We might not to let y'all be, but
He be like, hey, I'm gonna give y'all one more year. Yeah, he gonna come. He gonna drop down like, what?
yeah, you know what I
You know what I'm
mean?
saying? Hey
So,
man, Jesus got a sense of humor, y'all. So
for sure.
he
But
put that in us. But definitely, I think he be like, I'm gonna come back in 1 year. It's gonna be a
yeah,
digital clock in the clouds, so everybody can see to,
right.
to get it right. Hey, y'all gonna,
Yeah.
come on
Get
now.
your shit together.
I knew it was gonna be broke a little bit, but he like, yeah, damn. Like, let's
it's
go.
like
Yeah,
Right.
I'm
it's
gonna
gonna be.
come
Get your
back and
shit together.
open.
Y'all
Stop
remember
playing.
y'all remember that TV show 24 Keeper Southern?
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be like in the cloud. He's gonna leave a clock, a
Dun,
timer.
Mm-hmm.
dun,
Yep.
dun,
Y'all got 1 year,
dun.
man. Like get half of it right. That's all I'm asking. See, I ain't asking too much. Just get half of it right. I'll come back fix the rest.
Man, on
Y'all
24, they
tripping.
used to be able to drive like from one side of LA to the other side in like 5 minutes. It'd be like 6 o'clock on the west side, on the
That's
or
what's
east
up.
side, and then like, yeah, 6:15 there
It
at
was a
Long
dope show.
Beach,
It
without
was a dope
defusing the
show.
bomb.
Hey, it was
But
a
yeah, that
dope
was a
show.
dope show.
Dope show
Yeah,
though.
shout out to 24. Keith that Sutherland.
Yeah, man. I ain't even seen that guy in a while anyway.
We got that show. What is it like? Next in line? Nah, it's similar. It's similar to 24 hour 24, but I can't think. But he's like the vice president, and the president gets killed, and then he becomes president because it's like a
Mm-hmm.
no, actually, not even that. Everybody in government gets killed, like the vice president, all these people in the house and
Oh, I
whatnot.
think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I gotta check
Yeah,
it out. Speaking of entertainment, because I know we want to talk about this before we leave. Obviously, man. Black.
designated survivor. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking about. Designated
So
survivor.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I probably had to check on that. But speaking of that entertainment, I know we want to talk about before we wrap. Ryan Coogler, he busy. Black Panther. There's a 3. It's coming. Denzel's gonna be in it. So that's out there in the public now. Um, and of course Letitia Wright's returning back. So you kind of get to see that some of that storyline still following with the comic book. And that's all they put out. So I'm pretty sure Marvel and Disney like, yeah, that's it. But he also got a movie coming out, man, soon, man. With of course, man, him and Michael B. Jordan make classics. They're like Jordan and Pippen every time. They get together and make a film, man. It's he going sci-fi, man. He going horror, not sci-fi. He going horror with Sinners. What y'all thinking about it? Y'all seen the preview? You seen the preview of that? Like I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm
man, it's
in,
something to
bro.
do. What's crazy is I wasn't really that thrilled until I saw this thing on Instagram when old boy from he was in 8 Mile. He was bizarre in 8 Mile. What
Yeah.
do we, you know?
Yeah,
So
big.
that
Yep,
guy,
yep.
he was apparently he was a vampire and he was trying to like basically get invited into
Yep.
the house so he could wreak havoc.
Hmm.
And Michael B. Jordan owed him some money, so he tried to hand him some money, and then he tried to bite his hand, and the camera goes off. When I saw
Hmm.
that, I was like, "Yo, now I want to watch it." I saw other previews or trailers or whatever, and I was like, because I'm not really into vampires like that. It just don't really do much for me. But then when I saw that, I was like, you know what, man, okay, shout out to the bros. You know what I'm saying? So you got to support. The dollar is the vote.
Yeah.
Want to kind of support, and it does actually legit look good. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I think what
I
April 18th, I
mean,
think, is when it comes out.
has Ryan, has he had a bad film?
No, I can't think of anything he's done other than Black Panther. I could just be having a moment.
So, well,
Yeah.
he wrote
Fruitvale Station,
Fruitvale
Creed,
Station was crazy.
Oh
Creed,
Creed,
yeah, I'm looking
Creed.
at it now. He did Creed. Yeah, okay, my
bro.
bad. I
He
was
did,
tripping.
and he did Judas and the Black Messiah. Y'all know that, bro. That was about Freddie
Yeah,
Hampton.
that movie I felt was too long.
Oh, I thought that movie was
I
amazing, bro.
never watched it. I never watched it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good movie, but
I mean,
it could have been shorter.
nah, bro. He doing his thing,
But
bro.
yeah, no, he's got a very impressive filmography.
Yes,
I couldn't really recall everything, but yeah, Creed 3. Yeah,
yeah, he done all the Creed series, but Judas and the Black Messiah was amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? He done some stuff, and he was executive producer on what was that? I don't know if you saw it yet, Rod, on Netflix with Lakeith Stanfield when he was Jesus. Was it the last disciple, the 13th? What was it, the 13th apostle or something like that? I think
I
that's
don't
the name of
remember
the
the
movie.
name.
um,
I saw it though.
Oh, you did? You finally watched it?
I watched it like the day after you said it on that
Yeah.
pod, whatever that was. Yeah,
How you feel? It was
it was
good.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
bro.
was
They
cool.
on, bro. Like he's executive producer there, bro. He nice, man. Like I think it's gonna be a good movie, man. I don't think
yeah,
it's gonna be.
I started watching that movie, and then I don't think I ever finished it.
Oh, man, that movie it's a good
Yeah,
movie, man. It's funny. They got some stuff in there make you think of some things, man. With the Book of Clarence, Book of
yeah,
Clarence. Definitely good, man. And so, but yeah, I definitely want to check out Sinners. I think it's gonna be a good movie, man. So I'm proud of it. I'm definitely gonna be looking for Black Panther 3. I think we all gonna show up. The culture gonna be showing up again for that, bro. I don't
yeah,
think he missed. And then to say like, Denzel in there, whatever role, whatever storyline that is, they have Denzel in there.
yeah,
I think we in good hands. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it, bro. But yeah, I'm all about the sci-fi. Like I'm with Jordan Peele. I know Jordan Peele. He always about the horror and the sci-fi. Jordan Peele is doing a great job on the movie side. I know he got another one coming out soon. The preview supposed to be coming out. Tied with football. So our favorite sport. So yeah, man, I'm definitely want to check that out, man. But Before we wrap, as always, man, it was good going down memory lane, man, talking next steps so we can be better as people, but just having some laughs, man. But Rod, what's the word for the people, bro?
Be happy with what you have while working for what you want.
That's facts. That's facts, dog. All day, man. But DC, you good, bro? You got any
Yeah,
random
man.
facts?
Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just remember, kids, the truth shall set you free.
Big time, bro. But as always, man, you already know, man, as the homie Rod always introduces himself with 3 words, we wrap the show with 3. Cue the music!